Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in the previous video I showed you how to download and install Flutter with some other basic components such as Android Studio and Visual Studio Code. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to run your first application on Flutter using Visual Studio Code and Emulator from the Android Studio. So first of all, we are going to create a new project in Flutter. So open your command cmd and I'm going to access my E drive. In E drive, I'm going to create a new Flutter project. So the command to create a new Flutter project is flutter create and your project name my first app. So click enter. So basically this command creates and save your new project into the your specific location. So I saved this new project into the E drive. So as you can see, all done. My first project has been created on Flutter. Now I'm going to close this and open the Visual Studio Code. So from here I'm going to open the project Flutter project that I just created right now from the command prompt. So I'm going to click on open folder and I'm going to open now E drive because I saved the new Flutter project into my E drive, and this is my first project of the Flutter. So I'm going to select this folder. So as you can see, the our project Flutter project has been opened in Visual Studio Code. Now this is the welcome page. I'm going to close this because now we have nothing to do in it. So now you have to go to the lib folder and access the main file main.dart. So basically this is our Dart file of Flutter, and this contains the 115 lines of code, which is actually basically a sample project of Flutter. This is a sample project of Flutter application which is given by default. So now we are going to run this application into the emulator. So now we have to open the emulator. So from below here you can open the emulator, click on Windows and choose here the start pixel, this option. This is the mobile emulator. I'm going to open this. So now it will launch the emulator within few seconds. So our emulator has been launched, and as you can see now the below our Visual Studio Code is connected with the emulator. So now if we are going to run any application on Visual Studio Code, it will run on this emulator because the emulator has been connected with the Visual Studio Code. So this is our sample project, which is default by given by Flutter itself when you create a new project. So we are going to run this code. So click here on the run, and first of all when you see there's no configuration, so you have to add the configuration. So the configuration has been added. Now go to the run again and click run without debugging. So it's gonna take some minutes to run the sample project, the sample application in the emulator. So as you can see, our first application is now running on the emulator, and so the application is very simple. When you click plus, it just increment the number on the screen, and it does not do nothing much. It's just for a sample project. It's usually given by default when we create a new project. And so let me go through the some of the basic components of Visual Studio Code. In the debug console is basically helps you to find out the error in your application and in the lines of code where you might make mistake. So for example, if there is any error in your application, in the debug console you will be able to see your errors. It will be appear in the red line, and also it will show you the um, a kind of error, and sometime it also show you the error, the line number of the error which the code might has. So I'm going to close this, and let me go through the code, the default code. So first of all, let me remove the comments so it will be easier to explain you the basic code of Flutter. And can so I'm going to remove all the comments so it will be easier for you to understand the basic of Flutter. So I have deleted all the comments. Now I'm going to go through the code just to explain you the basic components of Flutter. So here in the first method is basically it triggers your application to run and access the my app class. So when you open the app for the first time, it will trigger the my app class. Then my app class contains it's a first of all it's a stateless widget, and it contains some of the like basic decoration of the app such as material app. It allows you to decorate your app with some basic components such as you can set theme, and you can set theme color, you can set accent color, you can also set the font styling, font colors, and it's like the basic application appearance you can set here. Then after the my class we have set here home. It will direct the application to the home class, which contains the actual screen of the application and the components. So this is the home class, which is a stateful widget, and in here we have a scaffold. A scaffold is basically a page in Flutter in mobile application, which consists of app bar. You can give any text to the app bar. Also, you can design and add buttons and anything into the app bar from here. Then you have a body, which is the rest of the body of the page of the application. And in body, there is a column. Inside the column, there is a text. Uh, you can see you have pushed the button this many times. This is the text in the center, and here is the counter, which is basically an increment every time you press the button. And then we have a floating action button. This is basically a button right in the corner below. This allows you to increment the number here on display, and that's all in this code. And so this is the basic code of Flutter. This allows you to run the basic application with some basic components to give you an idea of how the Flutter works. So, and when you are done with your application, you can just simply click the stop button. This will stop your app, and disconnect your app from the emulator, and this is how you end the project on emulator. So that's all for today. I tried my best to go through the basics of Flutter, and I tried my best to show you how to create and launch your first new application on Flutter. And if you like this video, kindly do let me know in the comment section for more Flutter videos. And kindly like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.